This is the 1951 Chevrolet 3100. It's a kind of a shop truck. It's been bobtailed in the back. Kind of a shop truck, rat rod, depends on what you want to call it. Close that door a little better. There we go. Sitting on a late model Silverado chassis. It's got a 700 R4 automatic transmission. Transmission shifts out great. Steers great. See, steers straight down the road. Power steering's nice. Always super nice. I'll come up here and let you hear the engine. Runs great. Chevy 350. Got shorty headers on it. Power brakes, power steering. Exhaust sounds really nice. It's got a great hot rod sound to it. It's got a Griffin radiator and electric fans on a separate switch. And this thing's just ready to run. It's got a new wiring harness. I just took this up last week. I'm trying to get some pictures up on the internet. I just took this truck up to a prom, a throwback to the 50s prom. And the guy there, he had a really nice 55 Bel Air 2-door post, and then I had this truck, and man, the kids almost like this truck better than they did the really nice Bel Air. It's so cool. So here on the interior, somebody's cut the hole in the door for the speakers, but this is really like a shop truck, kind of a rat rod shop truck. I mean, the body's a little straight for a rat rod, but it's still kind of a rat rod shop truck, however you want to call it. If it was me, I'd put a CD player in and I'd just throw some 6x9s in those holes since somebody already cut them. It's got a nicely upholstered seat. It sits very comfortably. Tilt steering column, turn signals. It's got new Dolphin gauges, which all work except for the speedometer. It needs to be hooked up. It's got a really nice shifter, long stick shifter. Like I said, it's a 700 R4 automatic transmission. No headliner. You know, the guys ask me about stuff like this. I go, leave stuff like that. You know, it's like the imperfections is what gives a rat rod its character. It's like where all the other trucks are supposed to be perfect, these are supposed to be, you know, a little rattly. They're supposed to be a little imperfect. This is such a cool truck, and every once in a while I get one in that's really hard to let go of. This is one of them. We've all been around the shop going, let's make this our Peachtree Classic Cars shop truck. I mean, it's perfect. And it doesn't have any rust on it, or super, super minimal rust. I mean, the body's pretty straight on it. Yeah, I mean, it's still a rat rod. It's not perfect. It's got brand new white wall radial tires. Those things are super expensive. The rear tires cost about 400 bucks a piece, and the front tires cost 300 bucks a piece. A little staggered with a bigger tire in the back. It's got some custom LED style lights and brake lights, turn signals in the back. Somebody did a really cool job just putting some steel in the back for the bed. It's kind of nice advertising a truck like this too, because it's doesn't have to be perfect. It's got the blue dot lights in the front. They're working. Really, really nice wheels. Those have been redone. So, of course, one of the big things is it's got the sun visor, which those are almost always missing on these trucks. I mean, the only thing this thing's missing is it's too bad it's not a 5-window, but it's still pretty cool. It's a really clean truck. I'm talking minimal rust, which is super nice. Usually, that's the only thing I'd say if you was looking at a rat rod, you'd be looking for more rust in this truck. Super clean step-ups. Obviously, the frame's going to be clean. It's newer. No leaks or drips that we can see. Been parking it in the same spot in the shop. You know, little body pops on the bed and stuff. This bed's been bobtailed. Is what a lot of guys call it, bobtailed, where it's been shortened just a hair. It rides great. It needs some weather stripping and some little things to, you know, to get the rattly tattlies out. You know, when you're driving down the road and it just kind of, kind of jingles a little bit or rattles a little bit. It's really not that bad. I mean, you heard when I was driving it earlier. It's not bad. I've definitely ridden it. It doesn't sound like a bucket of bolts or anything. It's just not perfectly smooth and quiet. But in a truck like this, that isn't necessarily what you're going for anyways. I always do a quick inspection underneath the vehicle with the camera and just try and show you everything. Step-ups, there's a little weld there, but good and clean. Original step-ups. The floor pan's in good shape. There's a spot of rust there. That's the first spot of rust I've seen in this whole video. As far as for real rust, right there in that front corner, which is a typical place where they rust out. That's not bad for a vehicle like this, for this price, for sure. Windows need to be realigned, and so that they'll roll up and down properly. They're not rolling up and down correctly. It does have the little LED turn signals. I don't know if you can see that in the grill. But the cool thing about this is a great driving project truck that you can just keep tinkering with. If it was mine, I'd fix the windows, put a stereo in it, and drive it. I wouldn't do anything else to this truck. I mean, it's running great. Mechanically, it's reliable. The lights work. Turn signals work. You know, it does have a crack on one of the windshields. Maybe that might have to be fixed depending on the laws in your area. Around here in Georgia, probably get away with it because it's an old vehicle, and it kind of adds to the look and the patina. The nice thing that I like about this truck too is the 700 R4 trans. Rarely do we get them in like that. Most of the time they have a 350 just because they're a little cheaper. So this thing is really, really a cruising truck. You can get on the freeway and just haul tail on this thing, or you can cruise around town and actually get really good gas mileage too. Well, there you have it. 1951 Chevrolet short bed 3100 shop truck, rat rod, hot rod.